Good afternoon, Fantasy Bay. Mike Williams here with another Week 8 game preview. And today we're going to be going over the Rams versus the Bengals. Let's get started. So we're going to start off with the Rams. So after that terrible Week 6 performance from Jared Goff, only scoring 2 fantasy points, he came back with a vengeance, scoring 28 fantasy points. You like to see that. I also have him having a great game here. I think it's a top 5, definitely top 10 play against the Bengals. They are absolute hot garbage. They are allowing the 5th most fantasy points to the quarterback position, allowing 21.9. Fantastic. I think you should fire Jared Goff up this week for sure. All right, let's go to Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's a must start. I'm not even going to get too much into that. I think he's a beast, and the Bengals defense is meh against the wide receiver, but I still think that he goes off. Brandon Cooks, I actually have been a little bit worried about Brandon Cooks. He's been playing pretty terrible, but to be honest with you, I think you can start all 3 of these wide receivers in this matchup. Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, all 3 of them are playable this week, as well as my man Todd Gurley, who came back from injury, scored 12 fantasy points. I'm just happy he's back. 1 reception, 1 target. He did all of his damage on the ground, which I say damage. He had 18 carries for 41 yards. It was pretty meh. But that being said, I definitely think he has an amazing game this week. The Bengals allow the most fantasy points to the running back position at 26.8. Man, he's going to be a beast. I believe that Malcolm Brown is out this week, so watch for Darrell Henderson as a backup to Todd Gurley. Gerald Everett. I've been trying to tell y'all, Gerald Everett. He has averaged 9 fantasy points from the tight end position this year, which is beastly, especially considering he had 2 fantasy points last week with Jared Goff's terrible, horrific game, pulling down his statistics. He's ranked 11th on the year, and I believe that moving forward, he's still going to be playable. I like Gerald Everett this year, and I think he's going to remain relevant. I think the Rams defense is a top 3, top 4 defense this week. Absolutely ridiculous what they're about to do to the Bengals in London. I hope that they're ready over there. All right, let's get to the Bengals. I'm not starting Andy Dalton. AJ Green is still remained out. I believe if he's going to be out this week, he's going to be out next week because they're on bye. So hopefully he comes back after that. They keep saying that they won't trade him, but fingers crossed that they do because the Bengals are absolute hot garbage right now. Tyler Boyd, he's been actually really disappointing these last 2 games. 14 targets last game, only 5 receptions. 14 targets, 5 receptions, absolutely outrageous. 2 weeks ago, he had 14 targets. He had 10 receptions and 28 fantasy points. He's getting the targets. That's what you want to see. Follow the targets. I still think that he's a viable wide receiver, but against Jalen Ramsey, that actually really worries me. I don't know if I'd be able to handle that. He's definitely a wide receiver 3 for me this week. Jalen Ramsey getting traded to the Rams is a game changer. That defense looks reborn. Alden Tate, I think, is a solid flex play, though. I like Alden Tate. I think he's been making some amazing catches. He's been targeted a decent amount. I think he is playable as a flex play. I don't think Joe Mixon's playable as anything but a fringe flex play. I mean, and that is in the worst of situations. He has been absolutely horrendous. Terrible. 8.9 fantasy points a game. That ranks 39th for somebody that you drafted probably in the 3rd round. I'm sorry for you. I don't have him anywhere because I'm not a big Joe Mixon or terrible offense type of guy for my running back. And I believe that's going to do it for the Bengals versus the Rams matchup over there in London. Let me know if you have any questions. Actually, I don't know if I went over the over-under. Over-under is 47, and the spread is -12 for the Rams. All right, now that's actually going to do it, guys. I'm going to get on out of here. Mike Williams, Fantasy Bay. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the social media down below. Let me know if you have any questions. Fantasy Bay, I'm out.